Hey all, it's the naughty hipper and he's back again, and this time I am taking out the Giuseppe Verdi with a secondary build, a full secondary build, because a lot of people actually asked me for that after seeing the Lepanto video, and I was kind of curious myself. So today I played a few battles in Verdi here, or actually more than a few, probably 10 battles or something like that. And well, is it as good as Lepanto with the secondary build? No, because it lacks the smoke, right? But yeah, I'll show you a battle, and you can make up your own mind. But first, let's just have a look at the build here. So the commander is the same as on Lepanto. It is durable here, and the same perks and the same inspiration, the same everything. Really, nothing has changed at all. So what we want to get is the best possible secondary build we can get on this ship. And it's actually slightly better than on Lepanto, but there is a downside to it, right? So on the ship, we have 3 heals. We have 2 radars, because on this ship you can pick between radar and sonar, and then we have the EST. Then a secondary battery mod, and then we have the propulsion mod, and then different from Lepanto, we have concealment here. On Lepanto I have the other one to like unmask destroyers easier. So have a look here. We have 3.4 reload and 5.4. So it's slightly better than Lepanto, but still not amazing. Still at least actually more than a second slower than Lepanto in its heyday. So the guys I spawned with here, I didn't have much faith in them, so I decided to go around and set up a little bit of a crossfire here. So that cruiser there already got a taste of my AP, but I got stuck here. So unfortunately I wasn't able to remove him completely by getting my rear turret in. I was a little bit too eager turning, which is annoying, but I mean, that's the way it is. So we actually have another Verdi in this game. I haven't seen many of them out there when I was playing, and there we have an anchorage. Well, hello there. And we're just gonna plant a whole bunch of AP shells right in the middle of him, and that's like 2/3 of his health, and then someone finishes him off, the sheer boor. So that's pretty good, and I'm still struggling to get this fat ship here moving. But we are actually out of the shallows, so to speak, now. So A is in trouble. And not many people have chosen to go to A. A lot of people have chosen to go to C. Which, yeah, whatever, what can you say? And no one has chosen to go to B. So we have to finish over here quickly, quick, and then move to the B cap before, they can set up too much of a defense over there. So I'm thinking, should I go right or left around the big, huge island here in the middle, not the small one in front of me? Because I'm thinking, I could get focused too much if I go left. So it's probably better to go right, because I'm kind of hoping that the cruiser in the B cap is going to get pushed out to the right on the island. So I'm kind of hoping for that, and I'm thinking, wow, I wonder if I can steal this kill here. I am not above kill stealing at all. It's very close that my evil plan succeeds, but someone just yoinks him just a second before my shells, but whatever, doesn't matter. So again, I'm just gonna have a look, and it looks like this cruiser and the other battleship here is gonna go to the left, like they're gonna continue ahead on this side here. So I'm thinking, okay, well then I'll take the other side, because in case that cruiser tries to escape, I'll be able to smack him on that side. And all the other red ships over at A, they look very disorganized. I don't know what's going on over there, but for the time being, there doesn't seem to be much of a threat of them pushing, across the map from A towards B, at least until they get to the other side of A. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll set up over on that side then, since there's already a battleship on this side. So it's a bit of faffing around here in the beginning, because, people from B are mixing in over here with people from C, so I don't really know what's going on, but whatever, I'm just gonna stick with my plan, like I always do. I pretty much play every battle exactly the same. I never really change anything. So yeah, now you know. So anyway, let's continue. So despite the secondary build actually being slightly better on Verdi compared to Lepanto, I still much prefer Lepanto when it comes to actually playing the ship here, because I really miss the smoke, a staple of the Italians. And I picked a radar. It's okay, it's fine, but I much prefer to be in a cruiser if I'm going to hunt destroyers, or a Lepanto for that matter, where you can sneak up on them, use the smoke to surprise them, and then with the RGA you can just, take them out of the battle without them even seeing you. Like a huge battleship 3 kilometers away, just firing those SAP secondaries at the destroyer, and it doesn't know what's going on. It's quite fun. And also, radar on battleships, really, I can kind of accept it on Missouri because it's it's kind of a gift ship for players who've been in the game a long time and who was able to collect 30,000 steel. I believe it's less now, but back in the day it was 30,000 steel, which requires quite an effort. And that's fine with me. I don't consider Missouri an overpowered ship either. Like I said, it's nice to have radar on battleships, but the actual utility, in my opinion, isn't really that amazing. So I would much prefer a smoke to, one, help me to get into position better, and of course to help me to set up these surprise attacks where you can really get the sap going, right? Because otherwise it's kind of difficult to get this big huge fat ship here within 9.5 kilometers of an enemy, and keep doing that without smoke. It's very situational in my opinion. And if you want to do that, then Lepanto is a much better pick. So we're actually a ship down at the moment. It's 5 versus 6, so we have to make every shot count, and now it's 4 versus 6. But that's good. I'm in a quite good position now. I can't really be surprised by anyone. I still have a radar left once I've used this one. I just gotta wait 3 minutes for it to recharge, but that's fine. I still have one left. Don't really need it right now anyway. So we have B, we have C, so there's no point really pushing. Let's just wait and see what the Reds are going to do here, because I also want to test my SAP secondaries. I haven't had many chances in this battle here, like a few random shots at cruisers, but the main part of my rather feeble damage here is 66,000. We're done with my main guns and that broadside cruisers that was just sitting there, so I haven't really had a chance. So I'm hoping, this Centurion here, he might come in and we might actually be able to test out our secondaries. So I will now assume the position, and then the main shows up. So I'm just gonna pop a shot off at him, because it doesn't matter if the British battleship comes around, because I want to test my secondaries anyway. So it looks like he is now the one getting stuck on a corner. So we have to wait a little bit longer. So just keeping an eye on that other battleship out there in the horizon, because if he continues on his current trajectory, I'm going to be able to citadel him, or at least whack him on the broadside, right? And now we finally have the Centurion out, so I can get my saps going. So he's kind of in a silly position here, because he's up against 2 battleships, and we've got him, pretty much in a triangle here, so he won't be able to angle towards both of us. And when we start reversing, which we both do in a second, I'm just going to use my rear turret here to get rid of this main. I know it's a kill steal, but I don't want him to citadel me randomly from out there with like 2% health left. I want to concentrate on the Centurion here. So yeah, sorry about that, but that's just the way it is. So yeah, I mean, yes, they do hit, and this is like a battleship, right? So you're probably not going to get the best damage in the world with your puny SAP secondaries, but it does work. I do get damage, not a lot, but enough to make it worthwhile. So he looks like he's focusing on the other battleship, so I'm thinking, okay, let's just get this over with. I don't want him to ram either, so we better get him removed, because it does look like he's a rammer. So we gotta save that whatever that is, half-track carrier ship there. I mean, what is that? So that's pretty much it here. Now the Cherbourg has done a really good job. He's unfortunately got sunk. He was just sending a message, good luck, and yeah, we're going to do the best we can to pull this victory home. And we were way ahead on points here, but we are only 3 versus 2. I mean, we've been able to get ahead on ships and get ahead on points in the last few minutes here. So that worked out well. So in a minute, my carrier, thank you very much, that's what carriers are for, is going to spot the destroyer. There it is. I'm a little bit slow to see what's going on here, but I do notice it, and then let's pop my last radar, and that means that I can now see this destroyer here, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't ready for that. So I almost have 2 kilometers to remove this guy here, and he's doing his best to avoid it. Like all the sap incoming shells, I do get him with the main battery, and then he gets finished with, yeah, I guess that was a main battery as well, because I didn't get metal for it. But anyway, that leaves the carrier, and well, that's the end of the battle here. Just gonna avoid his torps. So I could sit around here, but I'm gonna go and look for the carrier, because there's no better target to test your sap secondaries on than a lightly skinned carrier. So in the end, would I play Verdi here with a secondary build? No, not really. I mean, I like the ship, it's not bad, but I would always pick Lepanto over Verdi, that's for sure. I don't like radar battleships. Well, I do see the point, but for me, nah. I prefer other ships, and Lepanto is much more fun, in my opinion. You can just pull off the most crazy things in that ship, because as long as you're passive, I mean, you don't fire your main guns, you can sit in your smoke and you can pretty much be undetectable while you are just pounding everyone else in range with your secondaries, and you know, that's fun. So I enjoy doing that. But we do have 2.5 minutes left here, and I'm not gonna say no to a little bit of carrier dessert, and perhaps even be able to cap the A-cap. Not likely though, there's not a lot of time left, and this is a big slow ship. But we're gonna get in a few shots here, and maybe even get close enough to get some saps off, but we'll see what happens. And also just keep in mind that when you play, well, pretty much any battleship, but especially Verdi here with this build, you're gonna get awful dispersion on your main guns. So you kind of wanna shoot at things that are close. This one actually gave me very nice dispersion. That was like kind of out of the ordinary there. Usually it's much worse. So anyway, I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna get closer. I want to test these secondaries here, and there's really not much this guy can do. He can attack me with his planes, sure, but I'm almost full health, and I have no less than 3 heals left, so not a lot gonna happen there. And of course, 4 overpins. So I'm thinking, whatever. We're just gonna head in and use the secondaries to finish him off. So I'm just trying to look at the map where the other carrier is. That's my carrier, by the way. And I'm thinking, he's back there, so it doesn't look like he's gonna be able to do much. But then again, I also don't want him to actually bomb this carrier out and you know, cheat me out of a very easy kill here. So we're gonna test the secondaries for a bit, and then we're just gonna shoot at him, but they're gonna be so close now that I'm gonna get lots of overpins. So I'm just gonna save myself the frustration and just let the sap shells do the work here. He's almost gone. So that's the end of the battle here. Just get the close quarters here, just for, you know, the sake of it. And that was a Giuseppe Verdi with the full secondary build. And would I do it again? Probably not. I would put it on Lepanto and just play that ship instead. So see, the Cherbourg here, nicely done. Very, very good work. So hope you enjoyed this battle, and I'll see you out there.